Welcome back to the Coliseum at Fort Hays State University for 3-2-1 action. Again, our sponsors making this possible: Kansas Farm Bureau Insurance, TR Sports and Specialties, First National Bank and Trust, Feist Area-Wide Directories, First National Bank of Holcomb, Grain Belt Commodities, Poisington National Bank, the Holiday Inn, State Bank of Hoxie, and the Norton Decatur Electric Company. Welcome back to the mat. We're underway at 130 pounds. Again, we've got another terrific matchup of undefeated wrestlers. Let me set the stage quickly. Corey Johnston, a junior, wrestling right now 28-8-0 from Stockton, going against Jake Prather, a senior from Lyons, at 35-0.
Right, and it looks like Johnston has started off in a big way. He got the takedown and tried to put Prather on his back right away to take a 4-point lead with a 2-point takedown, 2-point near fall. And of course, Prather is not real used to this situation, even though yesterday in the quarterfinals he was down 6-2 to the Hoxie wrestler before he came back and reversed and pinned him.
Now realize what Johnston is going up against in Prather from Lyons, a senior. His overall record is 95-11-1. He was a state champ last year at 125. Took first at his regional. Boy, just a tremendous athlete. He beat Becker of Plainville in the past. 3-time state qualifier.
We got to remember, though, that Johnston has been wrestling in a pretty tough league, and that competition, boys, when they get here to this tournament, if they've had good, tough competition all year, then it helps them out in these matches. And of course, that's working to Johnston's benefit right now.
Right now he's on top, trying to break him down. Again, trying to break Prather down. 15 seconds left in the period. But boy, Johnston out in a hurry. The junior, undefeated, scores early, 4-0 as this first period winds down.
Yes, many times that's the key. If you can score early and get that lead and make the other guy play catch-up, then you're in kind of control.
Well, he's had a great season, and he's off to a good start, leading 4-0 after one period right now over the defending state champ at 125, or returning state champ. Look at the season for Corey Johnston, for head coach Keith Hall. He won the Mid-Continent League tournament. He won the Panther Classic, the Oberlin tournament. And again, he took first at his regional by beating a terrific wrestler from Hoxie in Coster, and that was tough in its own right.
That's true. He's done an excellent job for the Tigers this year, and I'm sure they're pretty happy with where he is right now. He's basically taking control of the match and not backing off. Of course, Prather is not going to lie down and quit for him either, so he's going to have to stay sharp the rest of this match, and we know that Prather can come from behind, so it's going to be interesting when we get that third period. I always said when I was coaching that in the third period was when your experience paid off. You know, you can wrestle with anybody the first two periods, but that third period, when you start tiring out and trying to suck air into those lungs and keep on going, you better have a little experience and know what you're doing. Johnston trying to work the legs and a half Nelson into a near fall situation, and he's getting himself in trouble. He's awful high, and of course Prather's going to be trying to come out that back door. If he can get hold of that foot and get it out of there, he's going to be in pretty good shape, because Johnston is up very high right now. Okay, we've got the stalemate call by referee Jim Worth, and we're going to take him back to the center and start him over.
Boy, that's a break for Johnston. As you said, he was getting a precarious situation. Prather, as you said, not a stranger to trailing going into the third period. Right now he's trailing in the middle of the second, 4-0, but had a tough match against Beaker, a wrestler from Heston, to get to this championship match. Johnston defeated Turek of Phillipsburg to get to this spot.
I was likely to say there are no easy ones left anymore. The easy ones all stayed home this week.
I think you're right, Fred Scott. Again, Fred Scott with us again, former coach and wrestler, and now official.
We got the reversal right there by Prather, so we're tightening things up just a little bit. No, I'm sorry, I was mistaken there. I thought he came over on top, but he didn't.
No points awarded yet. Again, that's a case where you got some movement, but they don't give any points. He's still out in front. The young man from Stockton, Corey Johnson, 4-0 as the second period winds down. He's on top, both wrestlers in the blue singlets, but Johnston trying to get that arm cranked over. And that's going to end the second period, 4-0. That's how the first period ended, so we wrestle to a draw in the second. Corey Johnston out in front of the wrestler from Lions, again, and the Lions did a tremendous job in their regional as they took second to Plainville at the Hoisington Regional.
Well, Johnston's been in total control of this match so far, and of course he's starting on bottom in the third, and he's come into that Granby roll, and there he's got the Granby cradle. He scored a reversal, and he's going to get some back points out of it too.
Boy, that was so pretty.
Just a well-executed move. Of course, we know he's well coached because all of Keith Hall's boys have been well coached since he's been in this business.
They just couldn't roll him over to complete the task. Again, Prather doing a nice job holding on, but he's trailing right now. Johnston trying to pick up his first championship ever. He's
going to go back for more back points.
His third trip to state could turn into gold with 1:20 left in this match. In the third period, he's up in front 8-0 over a state champion from last year.
Yeah, this could be considered an upset, I guess you could say, because you do have a defending state champ against somebody who's been here but never placed before. And Johnston is just totally in control so far. They have a minute left to wrestle.
Well, what's going through his mind right now? As we said, he came back in his semifinals to win and overcome a deficit. And these two undefeated wrestlers, I mean, he's never lost in this season, and he's trailing right now 8-0 with 50 seconds to go.
We're going to start probably seeing a few desperation moves here in a few minutes, a few seconds, because he's going to do everything he can to try to not only get the reversal, but to get the near fall points too, and possibly the pin. Johnston, on the other hand, at this point, has to protect his back, because if he goes to his back, Prather has the power to pin, and if he goes to his back, he's going to be in trouble. And so his whole goal in life right now is not to get his shoulders toward the mat.
And his focus is 40 seconds and counting. 8-0, Johnston, the junior from Stockton for the Tigers, trying to pick up a state championship.
He's still going after those legs in that far side half, trying to power Prather over, and so far we can't fault his strategy because it's been working extremely well for him, and he's got him wrapped up there pretty tight. Even though it looks like he's pretty high, but you notice he's got his hips back down in the middle of the back, so he's not in too much trouble right there. And it looks like he's going to take home the gold.
What a monumental victory for the wrestler from Stockton. Again, the final 8-0 at the 130-pound weight class. He just beat a guy who maybe has lost 2 or 3 times in the last 3 years. And these two undefeated wrestlers, and the win goes to Johnston from Stockton.
As I understand it, Prather has only lost 1 match besides this one since his freshman year, and that's a pretty good record in anybody's book.
Boy, that's incredible. He comes over to sign the scorecard, and so the 3-time state qualifier picks up a championship, beating a tremendous wrestler in Prather from Lyons. Also, we should mention Chad Coster from Hoxie takes 3rd, and Turek from Phillipsburg takes 5th. Beaker in this tournament at 130 pounds also gets into the medals. Beaker from Heston takes 4th. So Coster comes away with a 3rd for Hoxie, and that's, again, already figured into the team tote. So, boy, just a tremendous tournament for Johnston from Stockton. That'll move them up just a bit. But again, as we said, nothing set yet on the team titles. Trigo and Plainville battling for that, and Plainville helped their chances with a win by Jason Hilger, and they're going to award that in just a second, as you see on your screen. Again, Hilger, the champion at 125, beating Troy Beeler. Again, Plainville adding on to their team total. We'll see how that adds up as we move along. Right now, Fred Scott, let's take a look at what's yet ahead. We're up to 135 pounds, and that's going to be a good matchup, as we've got Corey Tramick from Atwood, a junior at 22-4-1. He took 4th last year at 130 pounds. And you've got Charlie McDonald